Let me be the first person to tell you that not all protective styles actually protect your hair. Shocker, I know. But actually, not all protective styles protect your hair. Now, you might be watching me and saying, what is this girl saying? But I'm going to get into it in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to be explaining is what protective styles are first, so that we can actually understand what protective styling is and what protective hairstyles are actually supposed to do. Now, according to Wikipedia, a protective hairstyle is a term predominantly used to describe hairstyles suitable for Afro-textured hair. Now, these hairstyles are designed to minimize manipulation and exposure of the hair to environmental elements. Factors such as extreme temperature, humidity, and precipitation can adversely affect hair health. These styles are not only functional in protecting the hair from weather and related damage, but also aid in retaining hair length and promoting hair growth. The adoption of protective hairstyles can lead to a reduction in hair tangles and knots. So basically, from what I've been able to gather here, protective hairstyles are supposed to protect your hair and also your scalp, because protecting the hair doesn't just make you grow your hair, if you get what I'm saying. Like, the fact that your hair is protected does not mean that your hair is going to grow, because your hair is growing from your scalp. So if the hairstyle is not protecting your scalp, then what is it doing? Now, examples of protective hairstyles are braids, box braids, cornrows. You know what, let's just get into the internet to be sure that we are saying the correct thing, so we are not just saying things offhand, because I really want us to get into this, because I am so tired of hearing all these hairstyles that are protective hairstyles, but in reality they are not protective hairstyles. And one thing that I've noticed also with the natural hair community is that the minute one person says, oh, this thing works for my hair, everybody starts using it. Everybody feels like it should work for their hair, which is not right. But let's just calm down, and then we're going to get into that. You can tell from how I am speaking right now that I am so excited and also probably super pissed. That is because I am so tired, so freaking tired of these things that I'm about to tell you guys today. So let's just get into the examples of protective hairstyles according to Google, our trusted friend. Now, examples of protective hairstyles are box braids, cornrows, bantu knot, locks, flat twist, wigs, mini twist, Havana twist, two strand twist. I feel like those are the same thing. Crochet braids, lemonade braids, ponytails, loose bun, pineapple updo, goddess braids, stitch braids, coily French braids, head wraps, Mali twist, low bun, and other stuff like that. Now, the reason why I'm so passionate about talking about this thing is because I can use myself as an example. If you can tell right now, I have a twist on, and I consider this a protective hairstyle. However, somebody else might have twist on and it might not really be protecting their hair. Now, what I consider protective hairstyle is a hairstyle that protects my hair, okay, as well as my scalp. If it is not protecting my scalp, I do not think that it is a protective hairstyle, and I don't think that you should think it's a protective hairstyle either. Now, the purpose of doing box braids now is for you to like make sure that your hair is kept locked in a place to prevent it from being affected by the weather or any other thing that might damage the hair, and also prevent it from manipulation, because when your hair is braided, there's low manipulation done, in fact zero manipulation done. However, if the braid is tight, then what exactly are you protecting? Your hair is protected, but your follicles aren't. Your follicles are not protected. Now, when you do tight braids, you will notice that after a while, you might get this bobs, like board, this white board at the end of your hair, like your hair is pulling out. Those are your follicles actually coming right out with the hair. So that is really not protecting your hair. Protecting hairstyle is supposed to protect your hair as well as your scalp. Another thing I'm going to say about protective hairstyle is that what protects my hair might not protect your hair. So basically what I mean by that is the hairstyles that protects my hair might actually damage and ruin your hair. And the reason why I started talking about this, and I also brought in like the natural hair community, as I said earlier, is that the minute one person says, oh, this thing is working for my hair, it helps to grow my hair, it does this, it does that, yada yada yada, everybody starts doing it. And I really need us to stop. Yes, this thing works for somebody else, But like, why not try to like think about the person's hair and like think about your own hair and like tweak things? I'm not even saying like don't do it, but like tweak things up before you do it to your own hair, because it might not really protect your hair. Now, in these examples of protective hairstyle, one of the protective hairstyles here is cornrow. Now, everyone sees cornrow as a protective hairstyle. I don't. Shocker again. Yes, protective hairstyles as cornrow do not protect my hair. Now, the reason for this is because my scalp is very, very, very sensitive, and you see, the minute I do protective hairstyle such as cornrow, it literally rips up, like my hair literally comes right out of the scalp. This has happened to me so many times, and the crazy thing is I did not even realize this, which is the craziest part. I did not realize that this was a me problem. I thought it was because like the hair was too tight or something. I'm telling you, no matter how loose this hair is, the minute I start trying to do too much, like, oh, I pick it from my edges. Now, if you can tell, I have like really, really thin edges. My hair is just growing out in this edges area because I was literally bald. It is not like my hair was ripped out. I was born bald, basically. So all this right here is a miracle, thanks to products and also understanding your hair. This is why I keep saying like not all protective styles would actually protect your hair. I remember like during this cornrow hairstyle, I don't really remember exactly what I think it was shuku that I did. And let me tell you, as much as I would say that the hair was tight, my scalp also had a lot to do with the way the thing turned out. I wish that I can find the picture that I took when I made that hair. The middle of my scalp literally ripped open. I think I already have a story time about that on my channel. If you want to go check it out, I'm going to link it in the description box. I'm not certain if I put a picture, but I'm just going to link the video in the description box below so you can just go check it out. I'm telling you that my scalp literally opened, like it was so irritated. Now tell me, is that a protective hairstyle? For you, it can be a protective hairstyle, but for me, it is not. Now, the moral of this story is know what works for your hair. Understand your hair. Do not just see things online, say, oh, this my favorite influencer is doing this thing, let me try it out too. It doesn't work like that. My hair is different from your hair. Your favorite influencer's hair is different from your hair. Your scalp is different from your scalp. Know what works for you. It's just the same thing as seeing like a hairstyle online. Everybody's doing this hairstyle. Oh, like a braid is a protective style anyway. However, it will not protect your hair. It will not protect your scalp because it is going to rip your scalp open. It's going to rip the hair out of your scalp. That is not protecting your hair. So now, because I know that cornrows do not protect my hair, I leave my hair in braids majority of the time. And for situations where I decide to do cornrows, I ensure that like it is very, very thick around this edges area. Also, I cannot do like all these hairstyles that have like a lot of designs to it, because it will literally rip my scalp apart. I start getting all these bumps, and no, the braids don't even have to be tight. The cornrow, by the way, it doesn't have to be tight. It just needs to be there, and the minute it's there, my scalp literally starts acting out. So back to the moral of this story. I hope that I have been able to explain something to you. If you don't get anything from this video, I need you to understand that your scalp and your hair is different from every other person. What works for A might not work for you. What works for C might not work for you. What works for B might not work for you. What works for Z might not work for you. So ensure that whatever you see online, make sure that you experiment with your hair. Try to see if this thing will work for your hair and like tweak it to make it work for your hair. For me right now, I do not do cornrows anymore. I do twists. You can see my hair in twists right now. I do braids. I do every other thing aside cornrow. Any other thing aside cornrow. And even when I want to do cornrow, I make sure that it is thick and as loose as I can. However, I barely do cornrow. I probably do cornrow like maybe 2 times in a year since I found out about that. So please understand your hair. Know what works for your hair. Know what product works for your hair. Know what hairstyle works for your hair. Know what hairstyles you can do and which ones you can't do. Not all braid designs that you see online would work for you. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope that you're able to get something, as little anything, from this video. And if you did, You know what to do. Like, subscribe. Let me know which hairstyles do not agree with your hair or your scalp in the comment section below, and let me know also if you are like me and you have problems with like cornrow designs or any cornrow at all being installed on your scalp. And with that, that is the end of this video, and I will see you beautifully in the next